All right, cap of the week. My cap of the week is your March Madness bracket analysis. We'll have a Snapback fam bracket coming out today. Is Selection Sunday while we're recording this. By the time you're hearing this, the bracket will be live. You'll have to jump into our Discord, which you'll be able to find all over our social media. $2,500 prize pool this week. This tournament.
Do you think that I would ever, like, let's say I entered a Snapback giveaway under a ghost or an alias or something, you would...
This isn't a giveaway. This is if you win the bracket, you win the cash. So Hallie will be in there. You can get in there.
Okay.
We're working with a company called Byte Bracket. I like that. So it's actually interesting, and I'm curious what your thoughts are and what your algo will be. So the way Byte Bracket works, similar to Tournament Challenge, but you can create your bracket or your suggestions based on 10 factors. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you care about 3-point percent shooting? Like when you're creating your bracket.
So you're creating your own algorithm, and they're going to spit out your team.
Exactly.
So I think...
Well, just make suggestions for it.
So I was going to bring this up because I think I'm doing it for the first time, and I know this is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
Thinking about doing a Calcutta this year.
Oh.
So for those of you who don't know, a Calcutta...
Let me get in.
Well, I don't know. Our budgets are different.
No, I'll play your budget.
Okay. For those of you who don't know what a Calcutta is, and Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, you auction off all 64 teams, starting from the 1 seed all the way down to the play-in teams. And you bid for those teams against other people. Let's say $500 a team goes for. There's a certain amount that you win back each game they win in the tournament.
Round. Yep.
So let's say my Penn State Nittany Lions, who we are a basketball school.
Yep.
Just let that
so
be
are
clear.
the Horns. So are the Horns.
We're going to be like a 9-10 seed, I think.
Yeah.
So chances are, if the Penn State Nittany Lions get out of the first weekend and have 2 upset, you're going to be in the profit as is. Sure. But if you're going to invest in an Alabama, if you're going to invest in a Kansas, you kind of need them to go to the Final Four of the Elite Eight.
Correct. So
what has your strategy typically been with Calcuttas?
So I actually am a big pay to play type guy because
go big or go home.
Yeah, the odds aren't perfect. Like I had Kansas last year, so you're only like 3xing your money on a win when they were probably like 8 or 9x. But your risk as they win games obviously goes down. I was big on Purdue last year. I guess I had them a year early, unfortunately. Jaden Ivey, bum. But the real money to be made is on the 10 seed that makes it to the Elite Eight. There's no doubt about that because that's $40, and Kansas is $500. So.
Your face lit up when I said the words Calcutta.
Calcutta is it's sex.
No,
like,
I mean my favorite. What I did, my March Madness boxes are back, baby.
Oh, you're back on
every
the boxes?
halftime and every full time of every game in the tournament. There's a payout. We're hitting the net. We haven't hit one in 3 years. The first year we did it, we paid.
You haven't hit in 3 years. Like, you haven't hit one box.
I know we might have hit one last year, but didn't profit. 2 years before that, over.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Every halftime, every
You have one box, though? Just one?
I think we have 2 this year.
They got more boxes?
Manifesting hitting the...
They have more boxes?
Relax. you got your itch? You have a problem.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You have a problem. But yeah, boxes for March Madness. We're going to turn it around this year. We're manifesting the final score of the national championship.
Okay. What's that payout?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably won't know either.
Anyways, so in the Byte bracket, you get to pick things. So like 3-point percent shooting. How much do you care about that on a scale of 1 to 10? Like when you're thinking
7.
about a 7, okay.
8.
Quad 1 wins.
What's that mean?
Like the best. You beat good teams.
6.
Okay. Opponent points per game. So like how many points you're letting up a game?
5.
So essentially, this is how it's gonna work. It'll spit it out, but it'll be pretty normal. I mean, and you don't have to listen to what the algo spits out, but it'll be cool. But my cap of the week is your March Madness analysis because there's like 109,000 college basketball teams. You have barely watched any college basketball all season. We have even gotten to a mature place where we don't even come on here and try and act like we know anything. No. Although I did pick Kansas last year and I did pick Baylor the year before. So I don't know. We'll see. But over the next 3 days, everyone dives deep into numbers and analysis and whatever. I went 2-18 2 years ago on day 1 of March Madness. So I'm looking for a bounce back this year. I'm excited. Are you celebrating the festivities, going into the office?
I'll be celebrating the festivities for sure by gambling on them. I've just been throwing live over-unders in the conference tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody knows anything about March Madness, and everyone tries to act like they do, and that's perfectly fine that you do that. It's like whenever there's some big fight in UFC, and you're like, you're casual UFC, everyone knows what such and such technique is once he goes to the ground. When the Olympics come around, everyone's a fucking
Apollo
figure.
Ono,
Right? Everyone's Apollo Ono and judging his turn in the speed skating. The same type of shit. I probably will only do the snapback bracket.
Okay.
I think I'm over brackets at this point. Like I actually used to know or had armchair quarterback syndrome where I knew about college basketball. I've actually just like between like the NBA being a reality show, the NFL taking the life out of me this year, all the hating I have to do elsewhere in sports, like I got to make some cuts, and college basketball has unfortunately been one of them.
And I'll continue to say this, and I said it last year too. For whatever reason, the college basketball, it doesn't feel like they have those superstars like in years past, like Zion or Embiid, Wiggins, like where you could just, Ja Morant even, where you would just take Murray State because you knew that they had a top 5 pick. Like you've got Brandon Miller, but Alabama's good. Like Jalen Wilson's the best player on Kansas, but like he's not like the best player in the world. So I don't know.
There is an aspect of like, for me, like maybe I'm just like a traditionalist or a boomer, but like seeing Alabama at the top, who's a football school, seeing like Purdue, seeing like Houston. That's not what I'm used to.
Right.
I want the
like
Blue
Carolina's
Bloods.
out.
I want Carolina. I want Duke. I want Kansas. I want the Nittany Lions. I want Kentucky. Like I don't care
St.
about
Louis, Creighton,
St. Mary's, California. Like congrats, you had a good season, but you're not him.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not the Blue Bloods.
All right. What are you doing over there?
Maybe you should buy a bigger stew.
We're in New York. What'd you knock over? The number one
sports podcast and Devontae Smith autographed helmet.
Wow, you're over Smitty.
No.
Okay. I'm excited for your cap of the week. Give it to me.
Do you know what it is?
I see it here, and now that I know the phone's coming out, I know exactly.
My cap of the week goes to a man. I don't know his name, but he is the owner of a strip club in Denver, Colorado, that goes by the name of, ironically, Shotgun Willie's. Shotgun Willie's says Ja Morant spent over $50,000 on tips a few weeks ago. Let's just give a round of applause for Ja. Very nice.
Hey, I love a good tipper.
And here's where we start capping. This kid, real young, no cap, he's young, 23, was exceptionally respectful and sweet, and he did not drink. He's marvelous. Part of me thinks that Shotgun Willie, the owner of Shotgun Willie's, was typing this tweet with Ja Morant holding his fucking water gun, tiny gun to his head. That gun was tiny.
It was.
I'm not a gun guy. I'm not going to comment on the gun.
Doesn't that mean big dick energy if you're wielding around like a little guy? Like Austin Powers used to have the little guy too.
And Austin Powers had the littlest dick energy ever. Let's just say that the kid who rode 9 deep to a finish line, punched a 17-year-old in the face, was sweet and exceptionally respectful. Let's just say the guy that's been caught on team flights slugging Casamigos just happened not to have a sip of alcohol that night.
He just happened to spend 50 bands.
As I'm looking at, how much can this zoom?
The greatest drunk eats buffet.
Like you can't even see what color the carpet is because there's so many ones, and Ja Morant is sitting there.
Wait, what makes you think those are ones?
I mean, who knows? He was exceptionally respectful, so maybe they're 10s. I don't believe that Ja is exceptionally respectful at this moment in time. I don't believe he didn't.
Well, see, I think he was probably exceptionally respectful. The no drinking, I'm going to call cap on. I think he was in his...
Is it exceptionally respectful to bring a loaded weapon into a business?
I mean, it depends on your gun laws.
Jack, I'm going to ask that one more time.
Look, I went to Texas. I'm in Texas mode right now.
So I'm sure Shotgun Willie's is a fantastic establishment. Probably not the best look for your bar to be called Shotgun Willie when an NBA player brings a gun there.
Yeah, we need to go and like vlog
Shotgun Willie's. Yeah. Maybe
we could hit.
What about snapback strip clubs?
Strapback strip clubs. That's more like it.
I don't want to go down that avenue.
I like that cap of the week because I think he probably was.